Hello and welcome. This is Mouse Gunner, and we're back with some more The Warlock of Firetop Mountain. And we are stuck in the second part of the maze. I have the skull that would allow me to open the door that I need to get into to get the scroll we're looking for. We just haven't found the door yet, so we're going to keep searching here. And there we go, 5 it looks like. The corridor abruptly ends, and you find yourself facing a large wooden door carved into the face of a vicious-looking demon. It has 5 large red dots painted in blood on the surface. Investigate the door. The door looks quite sturdy, but you could break it down if you were strong enough. There may be some other way of opening it, though. Hold up the human skull with 5 dots painted on it. Holding up the skull to the door, it begins to glow an unearthly green color. The door also begins glowing, and the wood cracks as the face on the door begins to distort. In a burst of energy, the wood splinters, and you take cover as wood scatters across the room. The skull you were holding then crumbles to dust in your hand. You walk through the entrance and into a small room. In the far corner is a table, and resting on the table is a large rolled up scroll. On inspection, you notice that it has a red wax seal with a large 400 stamped into it. This must be the one that the Maze Master asked you for earlier. You decide to make your way back to the Maze Master's room by heading north. Now we're going to have to weave our way back through to the exit of the maze. So I haven't really encountered that many special rooms in this maze. I think most of it is just the doors themselves. And outside of the one where you have the people playing what's presumably a pen and paper role-playing game, and the jester, I haven't really encountered anything else. So it's possible there's other things in there, but we have what we need. No chance of risking our necks. Let's go ahead and go west. You enter the large square room, adorned with fully stocked bookshelves. The gray-haired old man finishes writing something on a large scroll, lays down his quill, and looks up at you again. You again? Do you have what I asked for? He inquires with a cock of his head. Yes, give him the item he asked for. Pull out the scroll from your pack. The Maze Master eyes gleam as he takes it from your possession. You have done well, adventurer, he exclaims as he breaks the seal and unfurls the scroll. 400, your quest is over. Turns the scroll around and reads aloud the number 400, followed by the words, your quest is over. You are a little confused as your quest is far from over. You look rightfully confused, continues the Maze Master. Don't worry, this scroll is an old artifact that was created over 30 years ago. Many a young brave adventurer sought it, and many perished. You will no doubt have some come across their pitiful souls on your journey. I hear that there is one called Oriana who has harvested their souls, but my guess is you will have already met her. The Maze Master begins waving his hands in a circle, and a bright light engulfs you. You find yourself back in the tall, pillared room with the intricate glass globe. It seems that Zagor's traps can be quite devious. Relieved to be free of the strange prison, you decide to continue your journey. Patchway ahead runs northwards for some time. Finally, you reach a small room that contains a large wooden door. There is a wooden bench which would be convenient for a rest. The passage continues northwards on the other side of the room. We're going to go ahead and rest here. Sit down on the bench and rest for a moment. Your aching muscles ease and your tiredness wanes. It's good to take a break for your adventure. We give 5 stamina we don't really need. Let's try and open the door. I don't think we got anything in our journey that will help us here. So you try and open the door, but it holds fast, not even rattling a little bit as if it is locked. So we're just going to follow the passageway. I have no idea what's through this door. And unfortunately, because I fell on that one bridge, we skipped past a good chunk of the game. And I actually don't know if I have any items that are actually going to be useful for the bits that come up ahead. But we'll have to see. Go ahead and follow the passageway. Taking the door is useless. You continue along the tunnel, which bends to the west and begins to get quite narrow. You follow the passageway when you see a dull glow, which becomes more intense by the second. What evil befalls me now? You press yourself to the wall and narrowly avoid being burned to a crisp, but some more flames are on their way. Prepare to dodge the flames. And we have to test your skill. Bracing yourself, you prepare to dodge the next set of flames blasting down the corridor. Now, I've never failed this test, so I don't actually know what's going to happen if we fail. This is actually the least skilled character I've played so far, so it is possible we'll fail. Okay, we rolled a 4. We got lucky there. You make it through the flames. Reaching a small rocky arch, you have to stoop to pass through. On the other side of the arch, you pause to look around. You're in a large cavern which disappears in the distant blackness. The cavern is partially lit by a misty light shaft beaming in through a hole in the roof. You cannot see a way through. As you shine your lantern around the cavern, you hear a rumble. A dull glow flickers in the blackness. There's a strange smell of sulfur in the air. Suddenly, a jet of fire shoots from the depths of the cavern, narrowly missing you and singeing the mossy growths on the wall. You throw yourself onto the ground and look up to see a large dragon stalking out of the darkness towards you. Smoke curls from its nostrils, its scaly red skin glistens with an oily covering. The beast is some 15 meters long. How will you attack the creature? Well, we don't have much choice here other than to draw our weapon and attack. The mammoth beast roars once again, its red eyes flashing as it prepares to let loose with more dragon fire. You ready yourself for an epic battle. Let's fight the dragon. Alright, so I have to get up close and personal to the dragon to stand any chance here. Probably going to breathe fire. I got to move out of the way. Alright, I think I'm safe to move here. Let's move over this way. Okay, it could hit me with its fire, but if I move up here, we may be able to strike it without it striking us. So I'm going to hit it with the rebuke. Got a clash. Fortunately, I rolled poorly. Alright, it can hit me from where I am. I don't think it queued an attack, though, so I'll go ahead and hit it with Hammer Smite. Alright, now it queued an attack, and we do know from experience that it can hit me here, so ideally we don't want to be in the position we're in right now. Unfortunately, I don't know if I can actually get to the dragon where it is currently. Oh, that was dumb. Alright, it's going to queue a move, so might as well attack it while I can. Okay, it's going to queue another attack. I'm going to try and move over here. Alright, it's queuing another attack. I'm going to move. Okay, it's going to move, so I'm going to move. Okay, it's going to attack. I'm going to move. We have to get into a position where I can attack it straight on. So I'm going to have to risk getting hit at times. I'm just going to attack. Okay, now I'm going to move. I'm going to move. Okay, it's probably going to breathe fire on me. I'm going to move. Alright, I'm going to move. I might get hit here. Fortunately, there's not a whole lot I can do about that. I think it's going to move in front of me, so it's time to attack it. I took way too much damage early on to survive the dragon. We're probably going to die here. And honestly, I don't know if this character can get past the dragon, because his stats and skill are so low, even at their best. The dragon's probably going to outroll me most of the time. So I don't think it's likely to survive here. Especially when the dragon rolls high and I roll low. Let's continue to clash with it, though. Again, the dragon rolls fantastically, but that time I actually beat it. Again, let's just go after it. Alright, it looks like I managed to just barely survive. Alright, we lost 20 stamina, which I'm not exactly sure how we have 2 stamina if we lost 20 stamina. That doesn't seem right. Unless it didn't actually take that last bit of burn damage, but yet it still tallied it. So we've defeated the dragon, but that's not all. With the dragon no longer a threat, you decide to explore its lair. Unfortunately, there are no piles of gold and treasure in its cave. All you find is a single key, which you decide to take. Oh, good. We have 2 keys. After you have finished searching, you discover a passageway which leads out of the dragon's lair. I don't have much choice here other than to eat provisions. And at this point, I've gotten past the dragon. That's one of the most tough things that you have to do. So I honestly think eat all of my provisions here. It's the only way I have any chance of succeeding with this mission. And it's kind of foolhardy, but again, I think it's the only way I could possibly succeed. Let's go ahead and follow the passage out. Working your way through the tunnel, you soon reach a magnificent hallway. Lining the floor are black and white tiles forming a checkerboard pattern all the way to the other end of the hall. At the far end of the hall is a simple wooden door. Along either side of the hall are what appear to be statues of skeletons. They're standing in a place in threatening poses, armed with various weapons. The room exudes an aura of danger. The air is thick with danger. I must be wary of any surprises. Running to the end of the hallway is bad. I know that because when I did that with Alexandra Blacksand, I got hit and had to fight the skeletons, which made my chance of succeeding pretty poor, especially considering how she had like no health after taking that damage. So we're going to stride comfortably down the hallway and see if that's any different. As you get closer to the hallway, the skeletons come to life. They march into the center of the room to block your way. There's only one way through these creatures. You must defeat them in battle. Let's fight the skeleton guards. I remember this being a relatively tough fight. And unfortunately, we didn't have any items that would have helped me for that particular fight. Alright, so this guy here queued an attack. This guy here queued a move. I have no idea what their attacks are like. I think the best move here is just to attack myself. Alright, so we're just going to have to be patient here, in my opinion. And try and do our best to survive. Now, I don't know if this guy only has one attack, but I think a good call here is to do the hammer smite. I should hit both of them. Alright, now again, I have no confirmation that these guys can attack in any other way than that they've already been attacking. Like, for instance, they can't attack diagonal. I don't know that for sure. I'm just going off of an assumption here. Alright, so I'm fairly confident this guy can attack straight ahead. So it's probably wise to move. Alright, I think this guy here, I might get hit by this guy if I try and finish this guy off. But I can't just keep dodging here. I've got to do something. Alright, now I have no idea how this guy attacks. So I think the safe move here is to attack here where I know the skeleton's going to move. Alright. So we kind of got a feeling there for what's going to happen. I'm going to do Hammer Smite here. Because I'm fairly certain this skeleton's going to move. Alright, now he queued an attack. I don't know if I can be for sure on how to dodge this. And dodging here might cause me to be in a perilous situation where I get hit multiple times. So it might be a good idea to just use my Rebuke attack with lower damage potential. Alright, that fortunately was a good move. It looks like skeleton here is going to move in, and this skeleton's going to move here. I might be able to finish this one off, so let's make a chance at that. Unfortunately, no. I gotta meet fire with fire here, I think, and clash. Hopefully succeeding. No, that's not what we needed. I don't have my Rebuke. I think this guy's going to move, so I think the good call here is to attack and clash. I rolled pretty well. Alright, let's go ahead and do Hammer Smite here. Okay, we're going to clash. We got to roll well here. Fortunately, we did not. Alright, I'm going to attack here. I think we'll get him. On the other hand, I could do my Rebuke and possibly hit both of them. Let's try that. Okay, no luck there. We're going to get an attack here. Alright, I don't know how this guy attacks. Let's see if we can get out of the way. Alright, so he's probably going to move here. We'll attack. Alright, that wasn't too bad. I think I got hit once there. Yeah, one time for 2 stamina. That's not too bad. And that's the main two challenges to get to Zagor. And when I fought Zagor with my last playthrough with a Rangot speed, he didn't seem that to be all that difficult. We'll have to see. I did use an item to help me out, though. And I have that same item, so we'll have to see. But you've defeated the skeleton guards. You reach a large wooden door, which is slightly ajar. Carefully, you ease it open a little further and poke your head around the side to see what is in the room. You see a small old man sitting at a table on his own, playing with a pack of cards. He looks quite harmless, quite a harmless old soul, gray-haired and bearded. He is seated. I sense I am near the end of my journey. Israel, protect me. Okay, so I'm not going to greet the old man courteously because I know what happens when I do that. We have a battle of wills, and I'm not going to chance that. This is my really only shot of defeating him. So I'm going to burst through the door, weapon drawn to surprise the old man. Might not work, might pay for it, but we'll see. As you burst through the door, the old man turns to you to look at you, not in the least perturbed by your intrusion. Suddenly he vanishes. He reappears against the wall again. As you spin around to see him, he laughs. Not the feeble cackle of an old man, but the booming laugh of a much younger man. There's so much evil emanating from this magical being. I shall be tested. How dare you challenge the might of Zagor? You throw a glance back at the man and can see him changing before your very eyes. This man is younger, stronger, and more imposing than before. He is dressed in robes of rich velvet and gold. His eyes are aflame with a blue glow, and they are fixed directly on yours. His hands begin to sparkle with a strange magical energy. Zagor, the Warlock of Firetop Mountain, has been expecting you. Prepare yourself. Israel, give me the strength to carry out your blessings. It's your move. What will you do? Okay, so we're going to try and look through our pack to see if we can find something of use. So, the only things that we have is a Y-shaped stick. I have no idea what that's good for. Or a potion of invisibility. Now, I've used the potion of invisibility before, and I'm fairly certain that that does something good. The Y-shaped stick, it's in my inventory. Should I use it to see what it does? And then just suffer the consequences if it's no good? Alright, let's try it. A Y-shaped stick. You reach in the pack for the stick, only to find it split into two pieces. It is broken during your adventure. What else can you try? Try something else from your pack. Okay, so that's not too bad. It doesn't punish you too badly. We'll do the potion of invisibility because we have it, and it did seem like it helped last time. I don't know for sure if it makes the fight any easier, but why not? Uncorking the bottle, you quickly drink it. There is a strange tingling sensation as you vanish from sight. Your opponent is surprised as you disappear in front of him, but he raises his hands as if to cover his eyes, and he scans the room with an intense glare. He can sense your presence, but cannot make out exactly where you are. You draw your weapon and advance. He tilts his head and sniffs the air. So I'm hoping that that does weaken him, but I don't have any confirmation of that. I also do not remember his attacks. I think he does have like maybe a straight beam that he can hit me with, so I'm going to move. Alright, I was right with that. I don't think he has any more significant attacks other than that, though. He's going to move here, so I'm just going to sidestep. Alright, never mind. Alright, I have no idea what he can do to me this close. I could sidestep and hope, but I'm going to just hit him straight. Alright, so he attacks diagonally. So I really have no choice other than to attack him straight on. And just hope that when we clash, I hit him. Alright, he moved. Alright, I'll have to learn. Okay, he queued an attack, but he's not facing me, so I'm safe attacking him. Okay, he's going to move, more than likely there. So I'm just going to move to follow him. Because we need to stay on him. Alright, he queued an attack. It could be straight on. It could be to either side. I can't be sure of that. Okay, he queued another attack. Let's just go ahead. We're going to clash. I rolled poorly. Unfortunately. He's going to move. I don't know where he's going to move, but he sidesteps. So the best move here is to do my smite. Okay, so he queued an attack. I got to move, because that's a safe thing to do. Okay, he queued his attack. This is our last chance. We gotta kill him. Got it. Alright, we managed. You are triumphant. You defeated the Warlock of Firetop Mountain. With the Warlock now defeated, you know that Zagor's reign over these lands is over. You approach the door and turn the handle. The door opens to reveal a small, dimly lit room. The walls are hung with ornate curtains, laced in silver and gold. A single flame burns in one corner, throwing light on a low table in the middle of the floor. On this table is a large chest. You step up to investigate the chest, and from all around, yet from nowhere, a mysterious sound fills the room. It sounds like the rumbling of thunder clouds preparing to make storm. You approach the chest and can see that it is held shut by 3 locks. As you approach, the noise gets louder. Examine the chest more closely. You crouch down in front of the chest and look at it more closely. At its front are 3 locks. It seems that Zagor is no fool, and even after his defeat, has guarded his treasure closely. Your education has taught you that this is Shikaka chest, a magic storage box created from an ancient form of witchcraft. Items placed in it are stored on another elemental plane, and the owner can store more valuable items in special zones that can only be accessed by 3 special keys. Well, we fortunately got 2 keys, but I don't get to see what happens when you have 1 key. I was actually curious what would happen if we only had 1 key. This time we actually managed to get 2 keys. Noting that the dragon gave me a key this time, whereas every other playthrough that I had done where I beat the dragon got no key. So that's the random nature of the keys. Let's go ahead and use the 2 keys. Turn the keys in the 2 locks, and hear the satisfying click as they open. The other lock disappears, and you are able to open the chest. You swing open the chest lid and gasp at the Warlock's hoard. The Warlock of Firetop Mountain is no more, and you are now the owner of the sorcerer's riches. At least 1,000 gold pieces, jewelry, diamonds, rubies, and pearls are in the chest, easily enough to restore Anvil to its former glory. You'll also find an ornate jar with wispy-looking lights inside of it. This must have been the Warlock's personal hoard of souls. You take it. So 100 souls. That's definitely helpful. It brings us back up to a little bit over what I had before I purchased this character. Hidden under these, you find the Warlock's spellbook. And as you leaf through the pages, you realize that this tome is probably more valuable than all the treasure. Instructions are given for the control of all the secrets and the creatures of Firetop Mountain. We're going to return to Anvil with the Warlock's treasure. With Zagor now nothing but a memory, his hoard is yours for the taking. You fill your pack with as many valuables as you can carry, including the Warlock's spellbook. Now that he is dead, it is a simple matter to make your way back down the mountain. All the traps and tricks seem to have disarmed themselves. Let's travel to Anvil. Now, I don't think I completed my quest for this character. And again, that was because the bridge... I fell off of it. I think if I had been able to get past the bridge, we might have been able to do that bit of the quest. But it was just, the chance of that, and we failed the roll, and it's what happens. Definitely, you stride down the dirt path leading back to Anvil. Your hammer is in check. You have no doubt that Uzrel has been watching over you during your journey. And you soon safely reach the outskirts of the village. You hear a cry from one of the farmhands. He's back! The priest has returned from the Firetop Mountain. The villagers weep with joy when they see you enter the village square. Rest assured, friends, you exclaim. Thanks to the guidance of Uzrel, the goddess of peace, the Warlock is no more. You shall no longer be terrorized by Zagor's nefarious deeds. There are cheers from the villagers, and many of them rush to embrace you, the hero who freed them from their torment. Do not thank me, you say modestly. It was the healing hand of Uzrel which guided me to safety. Everyone in Anvil cheers, Praise be to Uzrel! With no need for the Warlock's hoard, undoubtedly stolen from the villagers in the first place, you return the treasures to Anvil's citizens. With this treasure, they will be able to repair the damage done to their humble town and have promised to erect a shrine to Uzrel, the goddess who assisted them in their time of need. You make sure to surreptitiously confiscate Zagor's spellbook. There is an evil aura emanating from that tome, and Anvil has suffered enough. You travel back to Salmonis to report your good news to the king and to meditate on the exploits of your journey. Your Amanor, a Salmonis term for reputation, which denoted status in the city, would be greatly improved from this latest adventure. Confidently, you stride through the Salmonis, entering King Salomon's court to seek audience. Your Majesty, as you greet the king humbly, kneeling at his presence, arise, Landov Lowan. What news do you bring of the Compendium Stolitatia? You stand at the king's command and describe the details of your journey. It was a long and treacherous adventure, but unfortunately I have failed in the task you have assigned to me. I searched high and low, but I could not find the accursed book. And more uplifting news, however, I have vanquished the Warlock of Firetop Mountain. His presence shall no longer blight the poor peasants of Anvil. The king is silent for a moment, then speaks. Well done, Landov. Your Amanor will improve from your adventure. While I am disappointed that you did not find the Compendium Stoltitia, Zagor's end is good news indeed. I am sure that the neighboring cities shall be most relieved. Let us hope that the Warlock's death does not create a vacuum of power amongst the other sorcerers. Bidding farewell to the king, you take your leave and proceed to the halls of learning. You speak to the librarian there, stressing the utmost urgency of storing a particular book in a magically sealed environment. Come, the librarian says, simply, and you follow her through winding shelves deep into the halls of learning. Israel compels me to give you this book, you explain, handing her Zagor's spellbook. This spellbook is highly dangerous, and I insist that it must not be read. I cannot stress how grave the consequences would be for the reader. The librarian takes the spellbook and nods. She understands the danger of such a book falling into the wrong hands. Your mission complete, you leave Salomonis, the open road leading you to even more adventures. But you know that you are never truly alone, because Israel, the goddess of peace, will always be at your side. Your quest is over. All right, well, another successful run after our first successful run. Unfortunately, I did not do the quest I was set out to do. So technically I could do another playthrough with that character. Honestly, I felt like that character was the weakest of all the characters I played so far. Having such a low skill actually has a lot of ramifications for playing that character. He needs to be up close and personal to do most of his damage, but his skill level is so low that his chance of winning a clash isn't really great. And on top of that is the fact that all of the skill rolls that you have to do are harder to do, which technically maybe caused me to not be able to complete the quest I was set out to do because I failed a roll, and failing that roll pretty much prevented me from going into the part of the mountain that I needed to go into. So I think this character is pretty tough. Yes, he does have a lot of stamina, which gives him good survivability, but I was on the brink of death on more than one occasion. So definitely a tough character to play as. We'll have to see if some of the other characters we unlock, if they're similarly tough, and maybe that's the reason why they're, not your starting characters. In any case, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video and this playthrough. This is Mouse Gunner, signing out.